I love how they notify you now. I'm so mad about that because I used to record my students on the sly and now I can't.
Now they just leave the meeting then, right?
They're like, you just press record. I used to record all the time, little sneaky snippets. Not anymore. Okay, group 5. Who's in group 5?
That's James.
James, Andrew, Chris, and Luke.
Oh, it's us. Nice.
Oh. All right.
So do you want me to play that tune? I'll get that queued up and you guys can talk about the song.
Yeah, well, we should remind new people that we put the lyrics in the chat.
And that you have to break them up into pieces like a verse and a chorus because they won't get pasted in all at once.
Oh, look at that.
Well, we wanted to do something a little bit low key.
James is on it.
You know, we wanted to just do something real chill.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if we got anything more to say than that. So I think you should play it.
Yeah, the talking we'll do later.
Okay, let me know when I'm good to share my sound.
You are good to share your sound.
James, Andrew, Chris, and okay. Well, I'll mute myself.
Ta-da!
Holy hell, I have no words.
God.
Wow.
Luke,
I don't really know how we do things around here, but that was sick.
that was Shred City. Luke!
Yeah, Luke's a hero.
Right now for Luke, I think we're all not worthy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, Andrew, you had those crazy tenor vocals, but who was doing the screams? Who was doing the screams?
Oh,
That was me too.
for sure.
Oh, absurd.
Yeah, that seems like an Andrew thing.
I learned some things about my voice this month.
Do you need to come and see me?
Yeah.
Wow.
Holy hell. Okay, so tell us about how this idea germinated.
I mean, it happened pretty fast and organically, I think. We asked Luke what he likes most. He said metal. We said, let's write a metal tune, and then boom went the dynamite. You know?
I think I was talking to Chris first, right? Is
Yeah.
that right?
Yeah.
And so I just connected with Chris first. We hadn't spoken before. And he said, so what do you want to do? And I was like, like I've heard kind of like a heavy blues rock thing that punch him in the eye or whatever it was. Right between the eyes, hit him right between the eyes. I thought that's pretty heavy, but we haven't heard anything really heavy. And then Chris was like, I like that idea. So when we all got together, they talked about it and they said, yeah, let's do it.
We were all in for sure.
Oh yeah.
So,
What about subject matter? Like, how did that evolve?
well,
Andrew.
yeah. So Andrew actually came up with the initial guitar riff, and then we were sort of working on some vocal elements. So Andrew, you had done the recording. I think it was sort of the first verse, like just sort of the melody and the lyrics, and then from there we just tried to explore this whole, this tortured soul, and that, he's been rejected by romance or whatever, and just trying to decide if it was worth, going back out there and getting his heart ripped out, or just staying in this tortured hell of an existence. And and we just kind of ran with that, so we wanted it to be a metal love song, and Luke said there weren't too many metal love songs. Maybe it's not really a love song, maybe it was just a tortured soul song, and there are a lot of metal tortured soul songs, so
That's the first metal song in this group, and I think it ushered itself in beautifully.
Yeah.
It's a good date song. Having it in the background, you're sitting on the couch, drinking a glass of wine. Yeah.
But I did almost fall off my chair when kind of Luke was working on the track and kind of sent the first version. I'm like, holy shit, that's awesome.
Absolutely, yeah.
I think he blew us all away.
And then the guitar solo is just absolutely nuts.
Okay,
Like-
Luke, how many times did you have to try and record that? And if you tell me that was one take, I'm gonna end this call.
No, it's not one take, no. No, I did it in little sections, and there's quite a number.
And
I tried to chain as much as I could together, but when you get those big dive bombs and stuff, often you have to separate those from the rest of it.
we had to do a real workshop on like really trying to get like the melody and lyrics in, because there are like time signature changes, and then there are extra beats, and then there's just crazy stuff going on, and we were just like, just trying to you could jive to find the place where it would go. It was wicked. But anyway, you all know that because you heard it now.
I think Dave Chick would be so proud.
I thought he would like it too, actually. I'm disappointed he's not here.
I think he would totally dig it.
One of the first things we talked about, I don't know if it was just Luke and I or when we got all together, but with classic metal songs, there's always the long intro. And that's the first thing we said was, in a lot of the groups now, you're trying to get to, the hook or the chorus within 50 seconds or whatever. And I'm like, I'm all down for the 40-second intro. And Luke's like, let's do it.
I love the two tempos too. That was kind of cool.
Yeah,
It's not just double time either. What was it, Luke?
It's double time plus. Yeah.
Yeah, plus. Just a
I went
little-
double time and it didn't have enough energy, so I double 1.2. I don't know 1.3.
Yeah, either way, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, we're not worthy.
I had a lot.
Yeah,
of fun.
those screams were killer.
Oh man.
Everything. There's so many things that were killer. Like my jaw just hit the ground.
Well,
You
when
wanna
it
go next,
started, I was
Norman?
like, what is happening?
Yeah, that's why we wanted to go into the music first without talking about it.
I'm so glad.
I'm really impressed actually with both Andrew and James, especially, who did obviously most of the vocals, but their
Yeah.
vocals have never been quite like that before, and I think they really attacked it. Awesome.
Oh yeah, it totally fit the style. And and Andrew, your screams and your demonic growls, they were right in the genre.
We're gonna get him help though. You know.
You gotta do it safely. Yeah, it's fun.
Beautiful. Well, shall we move on? Who's the next?
Group 4.
Group 4, sure. Cameron, Joseph, Carrie, Tim.
Yeah, Joe can't come, but I think we have everybody else. And I have the track from Tim.
Cool.
Do you guys want to talk about the song?
Sure. Cameron, are you able to put the lyric up, or do you want me to?
Yeah, I'll grab it.
Okay. And yeah, how to, it was kind of slow coming together, but I'm really happy with where we got to, and excited to sort of maybe keep working away at it. Cameron, this was your baby in terms of the idea, so you can maybe take it over.
I wasn't sure what I wanted to write about or sing about, and I watch a lot of Criminal Minds. So the idea of like someone being a liar and getting away with things or not getting away with things, getting caught, has been stuck in my head. So it's kind of like a take on that. Yeah, and it just kind of flowed together.
Yeah. And Tim, this was Tim's first time being part of this, so it was this is I think the track person has the hardest job, and man, he pulled it all together though for today, so it was awesome.
Well, I mean, I haven't actually collaborated in, I won't say how long because that'll date me, but a very, very long time. And it was a great experience, yeah. A lot of it is in stereo, so unfortunately, because you're hearing it mono, it may not sound as, sweet, but we'll see how it goes.
All right.
I'm just trying to get the lyrics in there still.
Let me know when you're ready, Cammie.
Okay.
Thanks for doing that, Cameron.
No problem. I think I'll just put this. Okay, yeah, that's good enough. Yeah. Okay, I am ready.
You ready? Okay, I'm gonna share sound.
Must be hard to love part-time, deceitful time. I bet you think sometimes that you're a prodigy. You lay on the charm, you're working overtime. Don't think I'm blind to your messed up psychology. So many holes in the stories you told. I can see right through all this hurt. All I want from you is to give me the truth. So I've got to ask, what do you do? Life for a living? You show up 3 hours late, 2 days in a row. Got one lame excuse, 0 apologies. Late night calls you hide, and you I can see right through. Oh, this hurts getting old. All I want from you is to give me the truth. So I've got to ask, and I've got to ask why there's so many holes in the stories you told. I can see right through. Oh, this hurts getting old. All I want from you is to give me the truth. So I've got to ask, what do you do? Life for a living?
Love it.
I love that hook.
Yeah, I love how the hook was kind of like spoken. I also
Yeah.
love all the internal
Mhm.
lines that were happening in the second verse. That was super cool.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, that was the second time I've heard that. So that was fun.
I kind of like how the vocal rode the line between something that's more rock oriented and something that was very current pop, kind of that rasp, kind of speaky Billie Eilish thing going on there. It's a really nice hybrid of styles vocally that I don't generally hear in the same song.
Yeah, Tim likes to do like, I guess, rock, right? Alternative stuff like that. And I have never really tried it.
It gave me like a metric vibe at times and then like a Billie Eilish
yeah.
vibe at times, which I thought was an interesting hybrid.
That's cool, yeah.
I think Cameron has a beautiful voice when she's really, I mean, she has a beautiful voice, period. But when she's doing the really quiet stuff, there's such little nuances in the articulation. It kind of lends itself to that kind of Billie Eilish thing. And then that bluesy thing takes off in the choruses, you know? So.
Yeah. I thought the intimacy in the verses was really well done.
Yay. Oh, thank you.
And I agree with James, that little stutter stop in the instrumental part is cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I had wondered if the bridge, like the "Can't Look at Me," if that could have been like a progression, like a "Boy, look at me. Why can't you look at me?" Like look me in the eyes when you're looking over your shoulder. Like if there was a little bit more of like a progression thing that happened there. That's just one of the things I thought of, but yeah.
Yeah, I would agree because the second part of that, there's a little bit of that progression. The when you're looking over your, I can't remember exactly what it was, but yeah, if it was sort of mirrored there, that would actually, I think, be really cool. One little change, yeah.
Cool.
It would also give it contrast between what you have going on in the chorus and in the verses with the spacing that you have. It would give it more drive.
Cool. Thank you.
I love it.
Okay. Group 3.
That's your group.
Okay. Well, I'll prep the lyrics in the track if my group wants to talk about it.
I have all the lyrics already in a doc here, so I can just quickly copy them, Amanda.
Oh, great.
Angelica, do you want to?
Sure. So I had this idea of like a guilt trip, because I was, without getting too personal, there was somebody in my life who kept giving me guilt trips. And I was like, this is kind of an interesting thing to tap into what women kind of go through. And we wanted to talk a little bit about like women in history that have dealt with this, the things that you're told from, or women are told from a young age, and like growing up as you get older. And then I believe it was Matt who was like, hey, what if it was like actually a trip that you're on? So it became like, I don't want to ruin it. But yeah, you'll see the lyrics here. Anyone else want to add anything?
I don't think so. I don't have anything to add, I don't think.
Nope. Just that it came together, I think, fairly quickly. And
Yeah, it was definitely, we were, I spent most of my month working on a an upcoming release for two members of this group, James and Amanda's. They have a duet coming out at the end of July, so watch for that. But yeah, so the track was kind of, not. I didn't spend as much time mixing it as I normally would, as in I took today to mix it rather than a week. But yeah,
apology.
Yeah,
It's still really great though.
Jesse, anything?
Honestly, it was just fun to work on. Like, it all just kind of came together so quickly. Angelica brought the idea, and we all had maybe some things from our own personal experiences to add,
Matt was kind of quiet while the
As a
three
woman,
girls.
Yeah,
The three girls hashed hard.
Yeah, we aired out some of our personal experiences. But yeah, Matt had kind of the track ready, and the song kind of built itself. So yeah, it was lots of fun.
Okay, I'm going to share my audio.
Don't talk too loud, sit still, look pretty. Better seen than heard, more glitter than gritty. Don't be emotional, you drama queen. Just go with the flow, stop making a scene. Don't need to meet your agenda, now it's time. I'm getting off this guilt trip, I'm not your toy. Say what you want, watch me run right off these tracks. I'm done with this, I'm getting off this guilt trip. Whoa, getting off this guilt trip. Whoa, don't dream too big, just play the part, or they'll burn you down like Joan of Arc. Don't need to meet your agenda, I'm through with this, don't need to meet your agenda. I'm getting off this guilt trip, I'm not your toy. Say what you want, I'm making noise. Watch me run right off these tracks. I'm done with this, I'm getting off this guilt trip. Whoa, getting off this guilt trip. Whoa. Know my work, you don't provide it. Innovative, not defying, no mistake. I'm not done fighting, I'm getting off this guilt trip. I'm not your toy, say what you want, I'm making noise. Watch me run right off this track. I'm done with this, I'm getting off this gaslit, misogynistic, double standard, egotistic. Boy, read my lips, yeah. I'm getting off this guilt trip. I'm not your toy. Say what you want, I'm making noise. Watch me run right off these tracks. I'm done with this, to hell with that. Gaslit, misogynistic, double standard, egotistic. Boy, read my lips, yeah. I'm getting off this guilt trip. Whoa, I'm getting off this guilt trip. Whoa, I'm getting off this guilt trip. Whoa, I'm getting off this guilt trip. Whoa.
Awesome finale.
That was amazing.
And that is like instantly catchy. I'm gonna have like I'm getting off this guilt trip, playing on a loop like all night for sure. That's awesome.
My 4-year-old niece is singing this around the house.
Good, you got to start them young.
Exactly. I was like, listen to this, Gracie. Getting off this guilt trip. And she starts singing it.
Yeah, no, the production sounds great, Matt. That's awesome.
Thanks.
Love that bass line.
A lot more fun in stereo, but it's good enough in mono. add hard panned lots of country things.
I love the verse right off the top. I was hooked right away. Like,
It was so much fun to sing too. Like you just literally wanted to like punch shit.
Yeah, we got a blast recording it. It was a good vocal session for sure.
Wasn't it funny, Matt?
Yeah.
What is the what key is it in? Because as soon as that bass started, I just thought that sounds like real low.
No, it's just drop D. It's just drop D.
Really?
Yeah.
It just had that. Maybe it's the tone too. It just
the bass chain it's a P bass going into like a Neve into an 1176 on the way in, and then in the mix it's like barely on, and there it's like the actual DI chain is mostly sub bass, and it's run into Devil Lock on 10, crushing the hell out of it and distorting it. So that's why the bass, and then like it's doubled up the octave with an acoustic. So is it the definition there?
It just starts with a growl, like it just like
Yeah.
Okay.
Move on. The next.
There we go, group 2.
Yeah, Alexis with Jen, Jason, Jake.
I don't have this track, so I'll let Jake play it.
I can do that. Does anyone want to talk about it? Is anyone here to talk about it?
I don't. Just Jason.
I'm here, but I'm sorry. I got a 9-year-old who's crying. I'm trying to move away. Sorry, I had to mute myself and go off video. I'm going on front porch now.
Alexis is there too, I think. Alexis, are you here?
Yeah.
I don't know if she is. Let's see. So, I think your Wi-Fi's not doing so good there, Jason. Let's see. Yeah, it started as like it's supposed to be like an R&B track, but it turned into sort of like a sad, introspective type of sounding thing. What else? We met up a lot this month, but it took a while. Like the lyrics didn't get finished until a few days ago or something.
Yeah,
it was just like yeah, there's just I don't know. It's probably my beat just sucked or something. I mean, so it's harder to write to or something. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I'm terrible at talking about this stuff, so maybe I should just play it. Host disabled participant screen sharing. Well, there. I guess that's our song.
Sorry for your luck.
Yeah. Can you change that? Oh, there we go.
I did.
Nice. Okay, computer audio. Let me know, thumbs up if you can hear this. Nice. Okay, sweet.
(8), little late. You'll never know the reason I'm not okay. In my thoughts, I'm spinning out circular patterns. Lost in my mind, will you pull me out? Losing time, can I be there now? Dreaming of paradise, catch me on the freeway, running from my vice. Dreaming of paradise, looking for paradise. Left in disarray, I'll be my own vice. Looking for paradise. Shaking hands, pulses racing. stuck escaping, lost desire, fixed emotions, take me high. Lost in my mind, filled with doubt, losing time, lying to myself. Dreaming of paradise, catch me on the freeway, running from my vice. Dreaming of paradise, looking for paradise, left in disarray, I'll be my own vice. Looking for paradise. Praying that I could be sitting daydreaming, praying that I could be sitting daydreaming, waking for the first time. Dreaming of paradise, catch me on the freeway, running from my vice. Dreaming of paradise, looking for paradise, left in disarray, I'll be my own vice. Looking for paradise, looking for paradise, looking for paradise.
That bass part is killing me. So good.
Nice 808.
Yeah.
Nice.
As one who's been learning how to make 808 sound like anything, it's hard.
Yeah, it's kind of hit or miss, I find.
It's what?
It's kind of hit or miss. Like I end up like just swapping like 808 sounds as I go and stuff, and like playing with different saturation, and then sort of
But
yeah.
just
I never.
the space in that line,
Mhm.
that was incredible for me.
Oh, nice.
The octave changes. I always have this thing about bass parts where one of the notes is like an octave up or something. It just sounds super cool. And there was a little bit of that. And then with the space in there, it's like you expect it and it's not there. It's just
Yeah, tried to do a little bit of like syncopation type of stuff where like near the end of the bass line, it doesn't hit on the downbeats. It's only on the upbeats.
That was a total vibe. I was typed in the comments, but I definitely heard like a kind of a Lana Del Rey type thing. I loved how the melody wasn't complicated, but it was sophisticated, if that makes sense. Like it kind of repeated, it got stuck in your head. There wasn't anything hard to kind of digest with it, which I really appreciated. And it was just a total vibe.
Yeah, I get the Lana Del Rey kind of vibe as well. Yeah.
I could see it being played during a movie for like a melancholy montage scene or something like that.
Nice.
I was thinking something similar, like for a movie, like a scene potentially like right before like a drug trip where it's like, pretty euphoric, like very just slip into the background kind of thing. That's what it felt like for sure. It was sweet.
What samples were the 808 samples from? What library or what?
Good question. That's a really good question. I'd have to look at the project, but basically I just made like a pack of like, I think I have 10 808 samples. They're just sort of the ones that have made the cut from all the ones I've deleted. Yeah, I have no idea what's from though. It's probably just some random like slice pack or something.
Yeah, can't wait to hear some of these in stereo.
As soon as Jake sends me his, I'll have them all and they'll be ready to be listened to post.
Jake hasn't sent his yet?
This is the standard. It's like a running gag, actually.
Right?
The link is in the chat. I'll put it in the chat for you.
In the chat? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
in the chat. Yeah, I'll need
That way
um,
you can do it right away.
yeah, because I don't have Facebook, you know. Yeah, speaking of stereo, like the one thing that wouldn't have came across is when she says circular patterns, I use like a VR plug-in to make it like go around your head, kind of. Yeah, but obviously in mono, it doesn't sound like anything.
Okay, group 1.
Oh, that's us.
Am I going to play that, Steve, or are you going to play it?
Well, you may as well because you're hosting to take
Sure.
any problem out of streaming.
I can post the lyrics.
Awesome. I wanted to practice my Ariana production. I was on a steady diet of Ariana, and I thought it would be fun to make something that wasn't. I don't know what's the word. How did I describe it? Do you remember what I said?
You said you were kind of sick of the whole like COVID-19 like wah crying songs, so you
That's
wanted to
it.
do something that was like really confident or something. Those were his words, not mine.
So yeah, I think we kind of made up sort of a character that maybe Tanya, may not be Tanya, but someone who is just about to hit it big in the industry. So it's like, all right, I'm famous. I'm about to be famous. I am famous. You know, the first line is "All eyes on me. Are you ready for this?" Like this kind of stuff. So that's I thought it'd be kind of fun to do something along those lines.
Okay, you ready? Are the lyrics in the chat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Ryan, you can put your rap in if you want.
Yeah, I'm just tossing that in right now.
Okay.
I think that's it.
Okay, I'll wait.
Yes.
Sort of a rap.
Or yeah, kind of melodic rap, I guess.
Yeah.
Tommy Belmont on the beat.
Okay, mute myself here.
All eyes on me, are you ready for this? Blink and you might just miss who you want me to be. What do you see when you look at me? Am I everything you dreamed of, or a new cliche? Am I doing what you wanted? I don't care what you say. Moving fast, house of glass, green light, red light. I'm the queen of the world, and I rule on my own. If you don't like it, I'm the queen of the world, and I watch from my throne. If you don't like it, all by myself, I am ready for this. Don't need anyone's okay. All the power, you know why I devour. Come and see what you wish to be. Moving fast, house of glass, green light, red light. I'm the queen of the world, and I rule on my own. If you don't like it, I'm the queen of the world, and I watch from my throne. If you don't like it, I used to be invisible. Now my face is on the bills, thriving on my own. Now that I shine in the spotlight, you know that I'm starting to burn bright. You know you're the loser when we fight, 'cause I'm queen of the world.
Ready
switching to the fast lane. They've been calling out my name, and now that I got fame, they all thinking that I've changed, but I'm still the same as I was back then. But the time I spent has got me close to the end, where I'm at the top and I'm looking down, riding a wave I could never drown. This is my time and I make it count. Ruling the kingdom, I got the crown. They see me shining, to pleasure the diamonds. Up in the smoke and the flames, royalty running my veins. We are not one and the same, no.
I'm the queen of the world, and I rule on my own. If you don't like it, you can go. I'm the queen of the world, and I watch from my throne. If you don't like it, you can go. I used to be invisible, now my face is on the bills, thriving on my own. Now that I shine in the spotlight, you know that I'm starting to burn bright. You know you're the loser when we fight, 'cause I'm queen of the world.
Nice.
Queen.
Yes, Queen.
I love that melody in the intro that comes back a couple times. It's really memorable for me, and it's like I just adds that extra layer of hook in your ear.
I upgraded to complete 13 Ultimate, and there was a couple of synths in there that are just designed for this. And I pull it up, and it's like a couple little tweaks, and boom, it's exactly what I was looking for.
Nice. Yeah, what's that bass? It sounded like it's in mono, but it sounds like it would be in stereo. If
I'm fighting with my 808s. It's actually Trillion.
okay, is it like detuned or something? It sounds like there's like a bit of, I don't know, movement in it.
I think I'm fighting with the bass drum a little bit.
Oh, okay.
But generally it's Trillion
Yeah.
and doubled up the octave.
Okay.
To get, and then definitely some like little radiator on there in the top. But
Nice.
that's basically what the 808s are. And then it's like at least 3 kick drums. One of them has a bit of pitch, which might be sometimes fighting a little bit. So I'm still working on that. But yeah, and then the bend, I committed a note, just bounced in place, reversed it, and did the logic thing where you just change the pitch up instead of fading, changes to pitch up. So that was kind of fun.
Nice.
Was that synth at the beginning, that kind of percussive with the long trail, like the hook synth? I think is that that you're talking about?
That was I'll quick load it up and tell you, but it was from Complete. Yeah, I have the whole crazy package, and they have these couple new synths that are in there that are really, and there's actually a lot of noise. There's so much distortion and noise on this because otherwise it's just so clean, you know. But yeah, it's just loading up here. I can tell you what it's the exact synth. I had to modify it a little bit, as you do, but it's hard to get that good pluck sound, you know.
It sounds great though, even over this. It sounds great.
Yeah, it'll be in the folder if you want to listen. I can't wait to listen to all these in full resolution because that's going to make such a difference.
I like the whatever, like however Tanya was singing, the like the now that it's shining the spotlight, like all that faster. That all that was really sweet. I like it. It's like,
and the rap turned out really good too.
You've got some good melodies.
Yeah, it's like almost, it almost sounds like rapping, but like with pitch, obviously, and yeah.
That's what I'm interested in is the proper connection between rapping and pop music.
I thought it was like a great lead in. I really liked that part because somebody gave away that it was a rap earlier, Steve, but you know, but it just felt like that was exactly what should happen right after that. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah. Okay, here's my keys.
Yeah. all
So
the
reactor actually. Is that really in reactor and it's razor,
nice.
and then the second one is also reactor, also
Number
razor.
6.
Sorry.
I think, is there a reactor 5 and 6? Because I have 5, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's 6.
It's 6. Okay, well, I don't have 6. So.
I also have the noir piano with all those weird crazy sounds in there. So
Nice.
yeah, you get inspired with when you get new sounds.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
The pre-chorus, the first time it comes in, I think it's the pre-chorus or maybe just before the pre-chorus, but it's this descending pattern.
Yeah.
It was like nearly Beatlesy, which was so cool.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to get some actual music in there, because a lot of times there's not a lot of music. I would say there's not a lot of, a lot of music, not a lot of harmony. But I wanted to make sure we had some in a couple places, and I actually did them differently. I don't normally do that. I think I've lost my main window, but yeah, the both pre-choruses are actually different.
It was the first one that caught my attention. I mean, the whole thing sounded good, but that really was like, oh my gosh, that's so cool because it's so contemporary, but it's got this kind of Beatlesy flavor to it.
Yeah, that was exactly the idea, and it worked.
I like the hybrid sing rap stuff with section 2.
Yeah.
Brian, the cool sort of like syncopated offbeat type of patterns that he's doing. It's really worked well. And the transition between the vocals is good too.
I'm usually I usually kind of lean more I guess I've done like some trap songs with my own releases and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I tend to do more kind of boom bappy, old school. I definitely try to emulate Mick Jenkins. That's kind of my area. But this the melodic type approach just seemed to fit better because I wanted to do I wanted to out rap the beat almost, and I was like, no, this is too much. I gotta dial it back. So yeah, it fit really well. And honestly, the chorus I sang a bit of a melody earlier, but Tanya and Steve just went I guess they freestyled it the day of, they were saying, when they were recording it. And I'm like, this sounds so good. They killed it. It was so crazy.
Yeah, everybody had a little part that they added, somebody would play something or sing something, and we put that in and we used it and modified it, and yeah, it was a good collaboration.
So how did it start though? What was the really seed of it?
I got brought in late. I have no idea, honestly.
I think I started with the keyboard lick. I think that's kind of where we started, and I was like, everybody listen to lots of Ariana, turn on 34, 35, 7 Rings, listen to all these Ariana tunes, and I'll get started with that. And then we had the verse, and then next time we met, we said, okay, do you like the verse? And everybody was kind of like, yeah, let's go with that vibe. And then second time we got together, I had a bit of a chorus, and then we decided to do a double chorus, but then we said, hey, let's make the second half different, which kind of was a cool way to lead into the bridge. So so initially it was I just came up with the musical idea that you heard in the intro as a way to start it off. So, but yeah, I mean, when we needed ideas, I would just load up an Ariana tune and pick a part of it that I liked. What do I like about that? Well, I like those triplets, da, 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 and then we'll hey, why don't we see if we can make that happen? And then you just take those ideas, make them your own, and see if they stick.
Okay, what a month! Lots of variety.
Yes.
Okay, well, thanks everybody. I will stop the recording.